Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang with Morsels of a Thought number 1889. I am going to read to you from The Rules, All the Rules. Time-Tested Secrets for Capturing the Heart of Mr. Right by Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider. Rule number 26. Even if you're engaged or married, you still need the rules. Ideally, we do the rules from the minute we meet a man until he says he loves us and proposes. But if you were not lucky enough to learn about the rules before reading this book, we suggest you do the best you can right now. Better to do the rules now than not at all. However, if you did not know about the rules until now, don't think you can totally erase the way you related to your fiance or husband from the beginning of your courtship. For example, if you initiated the relationship, called him up, asked him out, and so on, in order to make the relationship work, he'll always expect such things from you. He didn't worry about getting you to marry him. He knew he had you. You told him so with every word and gesture. So, on some level, he may take you for granted. And chances are, you still make things happen by initiating sex and or romantic dinners, asking him about his feelings for you, wishing he would spend less time in the office or with his friends and more time with you. You might even wonder from time to time if he's having an affair. If you didn't do the rules at the beginning of your relationship, your husband might ignore you, talk to you rudely, or treat you badly. You might wonder, is his behavior the result of bad upbringing or something in his past? Maybe. But we believe it's because you didn't do the rules. He never needed to treat you like his dream girl. The same man who would act indifferent or ignore a wife who pursued him wouldn't dream of it with the woman who did the rules. Isn't it interesting? It means that if you have a relationship with somebody that you um, basically consorted with to get them to be with you, you always have to do the same action. Whereas if you were the dream girl and had him pursue you and you chose a guy that was chasing you, then it's a better relationship of the, according to the rules. Abuse doesn't happen in a rules relationship because when you play hard to get and he works like hell to get you, he thinks you're the most beautiful, wonderful woman in the world, even if you're not. He treats you like a precious jewel. But don't despair. Start doing the rules now as best you can, and he may notice a difference in your behavior and want you more. Here are 5 suggestions. Number 1, don't call him at work so often. When you do, keep it brief and practical. What time is the movie? Don't call saying, I miss you, let's make love tonight. He should be calling you to express those sentiments. 2, don't initiate sex, even if you want it badly. Let him be the man, the aggressor in the bedroom. Biologically, the man must pursue the woman. If you bring up sex all the time, you will emasculate him. Act as if you're a rules girl on a first date. Be coy. Flirt when he tries to kiss you or bite your cheek or bite your neck. This will turn him into a tiger. 3, dress better, a little sexier. No man likes coming home to a woman wearing sweatpants or a bathrobe all the time. Try wearing tight jeans, a mini skirt, or a deep V-necked shirt in a bright color. Put on some makeup and perfume. Wash your hair. Pretend you're dating him. And now, a word about this. Sometimes men, not men, but people, married people, see their partner suddenly do this and they suspect, oh my God, he's going to see somebody tonight, or she's planning to go out and cheat on me. No, you just do it for you and your partner, your significant other. You just say, I like looking good for you. Number 4, act independent. Always be coming or going. Don't sit on the couch waiting for him to come home. Don't bore him with details about your day or your aches and pains. Make lots of plans with friends, your kids, and neighbors. Go to the movies, to the shopping mall, just go. This will make him just desperate to catch a minute of your time. He will want to corner you in the kitchen for a kiss if he senses you're not around much. He'll get mad if you're on the phone when he's home because he'll want you all to himself. This is how is this is how it is when you do the rules. He'll feel as if he can never get enough of you. He'll start calling you from work to suggest dinners alone or a weekend getaway. This is what you want. Men love independent women because they leave them alone. They love chasing women who are busy. It gives them a thrill as big as a touchdown or a home run. Number 5, take up a hobby. Most men are content to sit around in a recliner on a Sunday afternoon and drink beer and watch football. Some bring work home from the office and spend the entire afternoon on the computer. Women tend to feel empty when their boyfriends or husbands don't include them in their plans or pay attention to them. It's imperative that you don't nag him to give up his hobbies, friends, or work because you're bored. You'll get more attention from him if you get even busier than he is. Now, we are reading from All the Rules, Time-Tested Secrets for Capturing the Heart of Mr. Right by Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider. You'll get more attention from him if you get even busier than he is. Make play dates for the kids, go out for a run, or take an aerobics class at a gym. That will not only keep you in shape, that will not only keep you busy, but also will get you in shape, making you all the more attractive to him. He may wonder if other men are looking at you in your lycra. That will be good for the relationship. It will make him want to turn off the TV or computer and be alone with you. You might get involved in a charity, read a book, take up a sport. The key here is to keep yourself independent and busy. This way, you're not hanging around him complaining that he's not paying enough attention to you. Unfortunately, doing the rules sometimes means acting single, even if you're married with children, all over again. Just be grateful you're not. See? Very important. Okay, now we're going to read the part where, oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Last but not least, 12 extra hints. I'm going to assume you've read most of the first book before. That's all the rules. The first book was the first half of it. Last but not least was in the rules, 12 extra hints. Okay. Number 1, when he asks you out, silently count to 5 before saying yes. It will make him nervous, and that's good. Number 2, don't call him even when you feel mean about not calling him. If he loves you, he'll call anyway. When he asks you to call him once. Do the absolute minimum. Now, what I want to do is I want to read from The Rules for Marriage. And this is a book that is similar to this one. The Rules for Marriage. Marriage. Okay. In the Rules for Marriage, Time-Tested Secrets for Making Your Marriage Work, also by Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider, you have to make sure that you you don't ask your friends for singles advice. Don't ask your single friends for advice. Rule number 19. I really okay, I didn't don't no, no. Remember the old grade school retort? It takes one to know one? Well, it's absolutely true. So, this is rule number 19. Don't ask your single friends for marital advice. Well, it's absolutely true. When you absolutely have to vent about your husband or need marital advice, call a married girlfriend instead of a single one. No matter how smart or well meaning your single friend is, you will get more effective advice and understanding from your married friends. The problem with single friends is that they tend to have one of two perspectives. They either romanticize marriage or they disdain it. The single friends who romanticize marriage don't realize that fighting is a normal part of life, that it is possible to have the most hateful thoughts toward the person you love the most, your spouse. They want to believe that marriage is like a perfume commercial. When you tell them about your fights, they can make you feel that you have marital problems. They might sound shocked by your anger or recommend marriage counseling. You want to say, no, really, it's not a big deal. We kiss and make up all the time. I'm just venting. But they will never understand until they are married. It takes one to know one. So, such as when you want to understand children, you have to think back to when you were a child. If you have no understanding or remembrance of your own childhood, you can't relate to children as much or as easily, right? So it happens that way. Often these friends are so eager, say the authors, to get married that they can't imagine having a problem with Mr. Right. They think you should be walking on air 24 hours a day. If you call this type of single friend to complain about your husband, she'll show no sympathy. Oh, leave him alone. You should consider yourself lucky to be married. I haven't had a good date in years. All the good guys are taken. I'll trade places with you any day. You can try to explain to your friend that yes, you're grateful to be married, but being married isn't always perfect or easy. You may try to explain that you can't walk around like a Barbie doll every day just because you're married, and that even though you love your husband, he is a control freak. But it's no use. She doesn't get it. She also might resent it that you are bothering her with your petty issues when she doesn't even have a Saturday night date, and her irritability may come out in her answer. Really is a good thing not to ask your single friends for advice if you're married. I mean, for advice. You can have friends, but advice, different. If you called a married girlfriend and complained about the same thing, she'd laugh and say, I know. I told Dave 100 times to stop being so bossy, to save it for the office. You feel understood. You get perspective. The other type of single friend, typically the type who disdains marriage, thinks you can say or do no wrong and that you should fight for your rights. He never helps you around the house. I don't think you should put up with that. I certainly wouldn't if I were married. You do everything: shop, cook, clean. He could at least dry the dishes or something. I would all I would make a list of chores for him to do. If he doesn't do them, well, then he can eat off the floor, she would say in a militant voice. As you listen to her droning on, you know why she's not married. Compromise, the key to a successful marriage, is not in her vocabulary. If she wants to see a comedy and you want to see a romantic movie, she'd go by herself rather than join you just for the company. She's a good friend. You just wouldn't want to be married to her. Your married friend would remind you that you must, that, excuse me, your married friend, not your single friend, but your married friend would remind you that most husbands don't appreciate how much their wives how much their wives do or think they know better. So why should yours be any different? She would also point out that the workload usually evens out in the end, so don't be a bean counter. After the call, you realize she's right and you don't feel like a victim. Let's face it, your married friends have the experience and understanding that even your nicest, wisest single friends don't. They know that marriage is about compromise and making things work, that it's gray, not black or white. Single women can be wonderful friends, but we suggest you leave them out of it when you and your husband are having a fight of the week. The fight of the week. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. I wanted to read this part that said I want to find that part, but never mind. I'm gonna go to rule number 20. Okay. Have a family dinner at least once a week. In this frenetic world of diapers, beepers, his cell phones, pagers, email, online trading, Chinese takeout, and bad airline food, just about every husband craves a quiet dinner at home once a week or more. It doesn't matter if you cook up his favorite meal or order in. The point is to pick a night where everyone comes to the table at an agreed upon hour and no one watches TV, listens to the radio, or calls or answers the phone. Now, when uh, when Oprah came out as a show in the 1980s, people came on there, and some experts before Dr. Phil, there were good experts before Dr. Phil showed up. Uh, there were good experts, and one of them said the family that eats together stays together. And when the family is walking, do they walk in a bunch together, or do they separate into two or three smaller groups? That's a key sign of whether the family relationship is strong. So we used to watch TV at our dinner table, but we still stayed together for many years. I'm talking as the child of divorced parents. Now, also, this not only said not to ask for advice from your single friends, but also I would say don't ask for advice from your divorced friends either. And mostly divorced friends, well, they got divorced. So if you follow their advice, you could very easily go the wrong way in staying in your marriage if you wanted to stay in your marriage. So right now we're reading The Rules for Marriage, Time-Tested Secrets for Making Your Marriage Work by Ellen Fein and Schneider, the authors, co-authors of all the rules, Time-Tested Secrets for Capturing the Heart of Mr. Right. So now, by day, your husband is raiding corporations or living out of a suitcase, maybe even reading contracts and other documents when he goes to the bathroom and trying to figure out when he's going to see his son play soccer, visit his mother in the nursing home, plan the vacation he hasn't had in 5 years. You get the idea. By night, he wants a tranquil, Norman Rockwell kind of dinner without headaches or crises from friends, family, or business associates and clients. Having a family dinner will make him feel like he's not just an automaton, not just a worker, but a family man. If he had a good childhood filled with family dinners, it will remind him of that. If he didn't have a good childhood, he will feel that you're making up for it. He will feel calm, that all is well with the world. For 2 hours, he can forget that his company is being taken over or that the stock market is down. For that night, let him be king of the castle. Capital K, capital C. Even if you live in a one bedroom, serve him his favorite drink. Don't let him lift a finger. You don't have to wear a dress or an apron, but just for one night, try to be a little like June Cleaver. If he says, "Where's the ketchup?" or "Can I get a glass of water?" don't yell, "It's in the refrigerator. Get up and get it yourself." Instead, walk over and give it to him, even if the refrigerator is closer to him. Be easygoing. Don't ask him to clear away his plate or help with the dishes. Let him feel like he's eating in a restaurant where everything is magically served and messes disappear. Whereas on other nights, you might get annoyed if he talks about business or local politics. On this night, be happy to talk about whatever he wants. If you really aren't interested or have nothing to add to the conversation, just smile and listen. He will appreciate it. It's old fashioned, some would say a little sexist, but it works. Try it. This rule is not just good for your husband, but for you and your children. If you are a working mother, you are no doubt stressed out by the juggling act you have to perform every day. A weekly family dinner will give you a sense of belonging and togetherness. For 1 hour, you will not feel like a rat in a maze. If you don't set aside one special night every week, you run the risk of being like strangers passing through the night, eating separately, not speaking for 2 days, and losing a sense of family. This can happen quite easily in our telephone tag society. Don't let it happen to you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my show and what we want to do. I'm thinking that on Instagram, the shows that I have are vertical, and not just vertical, but they're short as hell. And I think that Instagram allows up to 20 minutes in a show, and I've been doing 24 minutes here. And I think that it'd be better if I went over to Instagram and started doing the show up to 20 minutes. The only thing I see about it is that there are shows that anything over 3 minutes aren't stuck in people's feeds. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna play along with that and see if I can get 3 minutes onto my Instagram shows with a piece of advice coming along with the rules handbook that I read from every day over there. Now, today over there, we're on day 172. And on day 172, let me see. It says, here, what are we? What are we? So I'm going to go over there and I will be reading this out over there. Um, so slow down. Don't be the girl who says, now that we've slept together, what are we? Okay. So I'm going to go over there and say this stuff. And what I'm planning to do is move the show out of Facebook. It will be out of Facebook. It will definitely stay on YouTube. And I would hope to start on Substack. Now go to YouTube. I didn't choose a different name than my email address. It is Ying Orange 99, all one word. Ying Orange 99. Ying like my name, orange like the fruit, numeral 9, numeral 9. So numeral 9 twice. And it's Morsels of a Thought over there. So if you like this show, please like and subscribe on YouTube. I plan to bring it also to Substack because eventually I will take it away from Instagram. I love Instagram. I get so many hundreds of views over there. I don't get very many views on Facebook here. These are long, and I think that they may be too long for people's attention. Not these. I'm sorry. These are a bit longer, so I could probably do a chapter at a time instead, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, talk to you later. Old Kinderhook.